It's cold, not just outside, but inside too. You wake up before the sun. Your room is quiet. Your hands feel heavy. Your mind even heavier. You stare at your notes, the same pages, the same formulas, the same pressure. And there's this voice, soft and convincing, telling you, just rest today. You're tired, not just physically, but tired of trying, tired of repeating, tired of feeling like no matter how much you study, it's never enough. And the worst part, you don't feel motivated anymore. That spark you had on day one is gone. That fire is barely a flicker. So you sit there, questioning everything. Why am I even doing this? Is this worth it? Do I even have what it takes? And for a moment, quitting feels peaceful. But here's the truth no one tells you. Motivation was never supposed to last. It was just the invitation, not the journey. Motivation is emotional, and emotions are unstable. They rise, they fall, they depend on sleep, mood, weather, people, results. If you rely on motivation, you've already lost. What you actually need is something deeper, something quieter, something far more dangerous. Sankalpa. A decision, a vow, a commitment that doesn't ask how you feel. Sankalpa doesn't care if you're tired. It doesn't negotiate with your excuses. It doesn't wait for the right mood. It simply says, this is who I am now. And when you move from motivation to Sankalpa, everything changes. Because now you're not studying because you feel like it. You're studying because it's non-negotiable, like breathing, like showing up, like becoming. Anyone can work when they feel inspired, but the ones who win are the ones who work when they feel nothing. There's a part of this journey no one glamorizes. No cinematic music, no dramatic breakthroughs, no sudden aha moments, just repetition. The same desk, the same chair, the same subjects, day after day. And eventually it gets boring, painfully boring. But that boredom, that's the gateway. Because excellence is not built in intensity, it's built in monotony. It's built in showing up when nothing feels new. Every top performer doesn't chase excitement, they master routine. They sit down even when their mind resists. They read even when it feels pointless. They revise even when they've seen it 100 times. Not because they love it, but because they've accepted something most people avoid. Growth is repetitive. And in that repetition, something strange happens. Your mind quiets down. The noise fades. You stop overthinking. You enter a different state. Not motivated, not excited, just focused. This is where real work begins. This is where time disappears. This is where you stop asking, how much longer, and start asking, what's next? The boredom doesn't disappear. You just become stronger than it. And slowly you build something invisible, discipline, not loud, not flashy, but unbreakable. Because every time you sit down, despite not feeling like it, you cast a vote for the person you're becoming. And one day you look back and realize you didn't need motivation, you just needed to endure the silence long enough for discipline to take over. Now, let's make this practical, because philosophy means nothing if you don't apply it. The first rule is the 5-minute rule. When your mind says, I don't feel like studying, you don't argue, you don't negotiate, you just say, fine, I'll do 5 minutes. That's it. 5 minutes. No pressure, no expectation, just sit down and start. Because starting is the hardest part. Once you begin, momentum takes over. 5 minutes becomes 10, 10 becomes 30, 30 becomes a session. And even if it doesn't, even if you stop after 5 minutes, you still win because you showed up. And showing up builds identity.
The second rule is to design your environment. Stop relying on willpower. It's unreliable. Instead, remove friction. Keep your books open, your desk clean, your phone away. Make it easier to start than to procrastinate. Because every small barrier, a notification, a messy desk, a comfortable bed, adds resistance. And when you're already tired, resistance wins. So don't fight yourself. Outsmart yourself. Make the right action the easiest one. Right now, there's a version of you in the future. They're sitting in a place you want to be, calm, confident, proud, and they're looking back at you, not judging, not criticizing, just watching. Watching what you do in this moment, when it's cold, when it's quiet, when no one is forcing you. This is where your story is written, not in the highlights, but in the unseen hours. So ask yourself, when future you looks back, what will they see? Someone who waited for motivation, or someone who moved despite the absence of it? Because this moment matters more than you think. You don't need to feel ready. You don't need to feel inspired. You don't even need to feel capable. You just need to begin. Again. Day 3. No motivation, no excuses, just Sankalpa. I'll see you tomorrow. Stay disciplined.